Kia ora whānau, and welcome to this week's topic, which is Kiwisaver documents. As you would have heard me say before, there are many documents in preparation for applying to withdraw your Kiwisaver and applying for the Housing New Zealand grant. First of all, you need to have all your ID. This is copies and certified, stamped by a lawyer, a registrar of the court, or JP to say that they are true copies of the originals. I recommend going over the top and making sure you have more than what you need. So that's a copy of your passport, a copy of your birth certificate if you have it, and a copy of your driver's license. The reason for the birth certificate is you may not have been born in the country, you may not have a passport, but just have as many of you as you can. The second things you need are 2 lots of forms to apply to withdraw your Kiwisaver. That's the first document and form you need to have. You obtain these from your Kiwisaver provider. Most of them, actually all of them that I have found, have the forms available online. You download those, fill out all the sections. You may not be able to do it at this stage until you find the address or property that you want to buy. The second form that you need to have is the Housing New Zealand Homestart Grant application. It's a second and separate form. That form you're applying to Housing New Zealand for the $3,000, $4,000 or $5,000 grants. $3,000 is for 3 years, $4,000 is for 4 years, $5,000 is for 5 years, continuously contributing to your Kiwisaver. Just a note, if there is more than one of you who are applying for the housing grant, both of you will get it if you're both using your Kiwisaver as a deposit for your house. The second lot of documents you need require you to have an IRD online login. You need to go to www.ird.govt.nz and follow the prompts and instructions to register for online access to IRD. Once you've managed to access your IRD online, there are some very, very important and essential online documents that you need to have before your lawyer or yourself can apply and have your Kiwisaver withdrawal confirmed. The first one is you need to go to the Kiwisaver section in your IRD online login, and it will show you all the contributions that you've made to Kiwisaver. And generally, if they're through your employer, they would have been made on a monthly basis. So deducted from your pay every week or fortnight, but they will be paid to IRD by your provider or your employer every month. You need to select as many of those pages as you can. Like it'll have page 1, page 2, page 3. You need to go through all of them. Then you need to click the print button and print or at least save a PDF of all those contributions. So say for example, your latest ones are from 2017 June. You need to be able to prove that you've been contributing for 3 years over the whole time of your Kiwisaver contributions. So if you've been in for say 10 years, but of those 10 years you only contributed for 4 years, then you'll be able to apply for 4 years of grant. How do you know how many years of grant you'll be able to apply for? You need to count the number of contributions. So how many months? So essentially, if over the whole time span that you've been in Kiwisaver, you can count 36 contributions, then you're eligible for 3 years worth of Kiwisaver. 48 contributions, 4 years of Kiwisaver, and so forth. It's really important to get this document or you won't be able to get your Housing New Zealand grant. The next most important document that you need to find on your IRD login is the last 12 months income report. Now this can be confusing for people because there is also an option of the last financial year's income report. You don't need that. What you need is from the day that you're applying and the previous 12 months. So that is called the IRD, so it's on the IRD online login. It's called your last 12 months income summary. You need to click on that and download that. Save it as a PDF or print. That is very important. That's one of the essential requirements for your Housing New Zealand grant. The next document that you need is the balance confirmation from your Kiwisaver provider. So the difference is Kiwisaver through IRD Online is the parent Kiwisaver body. When I say provider, I mean whether it's ANZ Kiwisaver or it could be Booster Kiwisaver, could be BNZ Kiwisaver, Tower Kiwisaver. They are your provider. So what you do is you ring them up or you email them requesting confirmation of your available balance. Within a certain time frame, they have to send you a letter, normally by email, that is on their letterhead confirming how much of your current balance you are able to withdraw from them. That's an essential letter, and your application cannot be processed through your lawyer or directly with Kiwisaver without having this document. So that is called the confirmation of your available balance for withdrawal from your Kiwisaver provider. So last but not least, you would have heard me talk about proof of address before. So you must provide proof of address. I suppose this is about proving that you're a New Zealand resident. This can be a bill, whether it's from Spark, Power Bill, or something on a letterhead from the government, whether it's your family tax credits or your benefit or your community services card letter. But it must be current. Let's say current is within the last 3 months. You need to include that with your application. That's an absolute must. So if I'm to summarise now, the first 2 forms that you need are: the first form you need to have filled out and filed in your portfolio is your Kiwisaver provider withdrawal form. The second form you need to have filled out and filed in your portfolio is the Housing New Zealand Homestart Grant form. After that, you need to ensure that you have proof of 3 years contribution minimum, and that is available from IRD Online in the Kiwisaver section. Proof of the previous 12 months income, and that's available from IRD Online in the income section. A completed and letter of confirmation from your Kiwisaver provider as to the amount of money you're able to withdraw. And finally, you must have proof of address, and this must be current within the last 3 months prior to application. Kia ora.